It's Monday, July 6th, another beautiful day for some baseball. We also got Team USA coming at us tonight in soccer, going up against Belgium. We have a lot to talk about in this video, like all of the best player props on the entire slate in the MLB. On top of that, I'm going to tell you my favorite player to hit one over the fence on Monday, and then we're going to work our way over to the sports books, where I'm going to tell you exactly who's going to win, who's going to lose, the unders, the overs, all of that right here in this video. So if that sounds good to you, let's go.
Sub to the channel, we drop picks on the daily, dropping knowledge every day, and you don't have to pay me, we just keep stacking wins while the rest moving lazy.
Now we're gonna waste no time at all. I'm dropping this video late. I didn't record last night. It's almost noon in New York on Monday. We got to get this out to you guys so you can lock in and make some money on Monday for us on Money Monday. So go on ahead and like this video. 150 likes on this video. One of you that likes this video and comments below if and when that sportsbook play of the day cashes will be getting $100 sent straight from me right to you. All you got to do is like and comment on the video. While you're down there, go on ahead and subscribe. I'll be dropping free play videos, banger after banger, every single day. MLB season and beyond. We'll be here every day. And football is less than a month away. This is the last month without any football on the television at all. It's an absolutely beautiful time of year. We're here to capitalize, build our bankroll for the NFL, and take off come mid-August. I mean, we're taking off now, but you guys know what I'm talking about if you were here last year for the NFL. Cannot be more excited about that. And honestly, though, with all of that being said, the most important thing that you can do is go down below, visit my buddy Stan. He's got ways for you to lock in these plays for absolutely free. Usually this is the part of the video where I send you on over to the Stan.store, explain it all to you, but I want to get right into the plays. So if you want more bonus free plays every single day, visit the pinned comment. We'll send you on over to Winnable. I drop cheat sheets in the MLB every single day. We got free bonus lottos every single day, 20x plays, long shots for the World Cup, everything you guys will need for your betting career, and wallets will be down in either the description. You can visit Stan, or you can head on right over to Winnable to lock in these plays for free. We'll get into that towards the end of the video. Not going to waste no more time on any of that talk. Let's waste our time with one last thing. Unfortunately, we say this every single video because I am the most striked channel on YouTube. We lost this channel for over a month last season during the NFL. We were getting 7,000 views a video, and then YouTube stopped us dead in our tracks. So now, gambling involves significant risk. There's no guarantees of profit, and you could lose some or all of your money. The content in this video is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute financial or legal advice. Past performance is not indicative of future results. We are not responsible for any losses that may occur as a result of using the information provided here. Viewers must be 18 or older or legal age in their jurisdiction to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, please seek help. Responsible gambling resources are down below to include 1-800-GAMBLER in the United States. This video does contain affiliate links. We do receive a commission for signups made through those links. It's a great way to support the channel. More on that to follow, but they have great deposit matches, promos, and ways to get premium for absolutely free. Now let's get right into the player prop. We wasted enough time with all that mumbo jumbo. We got a lot of players to go over here on Monday, and we're starting off hot with James Wood. We absolutely love him in this matchup. Going up against Mike Burrows of the Astros. Wood has been on absolute fire. He cooled off a little bit on Sunday. That's almost to be expected. Sundays in the MLB, you might as well, if you think say the Yankees are going to win, they got the best pitcher in the world on the mound, you might as well go ahead and take the other team. It's upside down on Sundays in the MLB. It happens every Sunday. I think we should start fading ourselves on Sunday and just going with the opposite team. We did hit a huge 3-unit banger on the Mets on Sunday. They almost gave it up in the 9th. But then every other play in premium yesterday was not a great day. They just decided to fold in the 8th inning. A lot of our teams had the lead and then did not get it done. We also really liked Brazil on Sunday. Little hindsight. That's hindsight's 2020, right? How did we fade Holland? He is probably the best scorer in the World Cup, and we went with Brazil, the retirement home team. But anyway, we like James Wood here on Monday. We're taking him for over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He's done this in 10 of his last 20. He's averaging 2.3 hits, runs, and RBIs in that time span. Has a great stretch of games there right in the middle. Like I said, cooled off a little bit on Sunday. Think he's ready to absolutely explode on Monday. He is one of my favorite players on Monday, if not my favorite player on Monday to hit a home run. You'll probably be getting one or two guys that I'm going to key in on for home runs here on Monday. James Wood is one of them. I definitely think he can do this with one swing of the bat, playing down at home, hitter-friendly conditions there, plus 3% in the home run department, as you can see. 2 miles an hour blowing in at center field, but we fully expect him to send it over that right field fence here in this game. Now, as you can see, against Burrows, he is 0 for 2, super small sample size, doesn't matter at all. We're pretty much throwing that right away. What we do like is the fact that he's got a 268 batting average against those righties. Against the lefties, Mike Burrow gives up a 317 batting average. James Wood has been on fire. He's slugging the ball. He's hitting it hard. As you can see, against those righties, 61.6% hard hit percentage, which is astronomical. The barrel percentage is massive, 24.7. That's super important because that means he's going to get the meat of the ball and send that thing flying. So we love that for him. And the average EV, the exit velocity, is through the roof as well with that 93.5. We think he's going to have a tremendous game. I like the Washington Nationals in this game by just a hair. It's definitely going to be a tight one, but I do think they put up a ton of runs in this matchup. I have this one as one of the higher ranked, higher scoring matchups in the MLB on Monday. So we'll see how that goes, but I definitely like James Wood in this one to take us home and cash us out here. But I do want to hone in actually on one other player on that team. I think these guys could pretty much cash each other out with one little rotation through the lineup, and we're going with CJ Abrams. I think the Nationals are just going to have a tremendous game. He's done this in 10 of his last 20. He's got a 50% hit rate there, 1.8 hits, runs, and RBIs in that time span. His last chunk of games, he's done this in 4 out of his last 5. Did end that series very, very well there against Pittsburgh. I think he's going to start off right where he ended on Monday here against the Astros, against Mike Burrows. Again, the lefties just crush him. He's giving up that 317 batting average. Abrams against the righties, 272. Another small sample size, 2 strikeouts. We got to think that CJ Abrams is going to get some revenge here in this spot on Monday and get his get back there, because nobody likes to strike out twice in 2 plate appearances versus the same pitcher. So we got Abrams having a day here. I think that what's going to happen is one of them is going to get on, the other one's going to hit him in, and we're going to cash this line out in one rotation of the order. We love CJ Abrams in this spot here for us on Monday. Another player that we absolutely love, and it's almost a gimme going up against one of the worst pitching staffs in the MLB. A little late night action for you guys. We got Shohei Ohtani. Now, in his last 5 games, hasn't mustered much. I think this is the perfect get back spot in this on this rotation here. We got Shohei Ohtani. We love him over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He's done it in 12 of his last 20. Did have that little bad 5-game stretch that I was just talking about, but he did end the series against the Padres on a high note there, getting 2. Now, that's a relatively small number for Ohtani, and a prop is a relatively small number going up against the Rockies here. We already know it's going to be hitter-friendly over in LA. 9-mile-an-hour winds blowing out to center field. Nice 80-degree weather as well. We think that the balls are going to be flying on both sides of the ball because the Rockies have been hitting the ball very, very well. Now, what we do see is that Ohtani against Freeland is already 5 for 12, which is astronomical. 8 total bases in that stretch there, 1 home run. He's only struck out once against them. I think he's probably going to go about 3 for 5 in this matchup. I think it's going to get a little bit ridiculous. I do think that the Dodgers blow the brakes off of the Rockies. Now, it's going to be a little tough because the Dodgers don't have their best guy on the mound, and they're going up against Freeland, who sneakily has been pitching pretty well as of late for a Colorado Rockies pitcher. And the Dodgers have been teetering on the edge of playing very bad baseball. But like I said, I think this is the perfect get-right spot for the Dodgers. This is the series that they needed. I think they are going to go insane here and starting it off on Monday for us and cashing us out. We got Ohtani with a 302 batting average against those left-handed pitchers. Now, I do think that he is going to be playing absolutely great. He's got a 260 against those lefties. He will be batting lefty, as we know, but he's got a great select. Honestly, do I have to break down Shohei Ohtani to you? If I got to break down Shohei Ohtani to you, you might want to reevaluate what you're even doing betting on baseball if you don't know anything at all. But if you don't know anything at all, that's fine, because that's why you're here. I'm here to drop the knowledge on you guys every single day. Another player prop that we have to talk about and dive in a little bit deeper on is Michael Harris II. Now, he had a phenomenal game, phenomenal series all weekend long, even in those losses to the Mets, which there wasn't many, but we did take the one there on Sunday, which the Braves almost spoiled in the ninth inning. They scored like 7 runs in the ninth. It was 10-3. The game ended 10-9. It was insane. And a funny story with that one, my buddy actually that I know personally tailed the play, and he called me in the ninth inning right before the Braves got up to bat. And he was so excited. He said, we did it. You did it. Thank you. I put all my money on that play. Blah, 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 blah. I started screaming at him. Do not call me. Do not celebrate before the game is over. Are you insane? That you're mushing the play. I started screaming at him. I was like, it's 10-3. If this game ends 11-10, I'm going to kill you. 9-10. I was texting him the whole time. Like, I couldn't believe you did that. The bases are loaded. There's no outs. Why did you have to call me? Thankfully, he didn't mush it completely. I made him take it back, and the Braves ended up losing that game. But I do like the Braves here in this spot against the Mets, closing out this 4-game series on Monday. I do think Michael Harris is going to have another tremendous game here in this spot. Now, it's a bit hitter-friendly, but there are winds blowing in. Does he hit a home run? Probably not. By the way, Shohei Ohtani was my favorite player on Monday to hit a home run. Forgot to mention that. Got so hyped up about things. But we do like Michael Harris in this one. Home run? Probably not. Over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs? I think so. I also really like the Braves in this one. Have them scoring a plenty of runs. I do have this one as a bit of a coin toss. I mean, on my projections, they are not a full point favorite in my mind here. They are about a quarter of a point of a favorite in this matchup. I do think that they come home here. I do think that the odds are a little bit skewed here. They are the favorites in this game, but I think they should be actually like -180, and it's not a -180 line. So we might be taking that here on Monday, but I do like Michael Harris. Absolutely love him to get the job done once again for us on Monday. As you can see here, he's 1 for 5 against Peralta, which is not great, but also not a huge sample size. He's only got that single, 2 strikeouts, and a walk against him in those 5 plate appearances. But against those righties, Michael Harris, he knows what he's doing. He's got a .310 batting average, and Peralta against those lefties gives up a .266, which is not too great. I don't think Peralta is going to have his best stuff, not like he pitched in 2025. He started this season off very, very slow. And as you can see, Michael Harris hits the ball hard. He gets great barrel percentage, 17.4, 91.7 exit velocity. I would like him for a home run on Monday if it wasn't for that wind. He could maybe battle through the wind and get a home run here, but I definitely like him to at the very least get this over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI for us. Not a huge slate, but I do want to go over one more player prop for you guys. Someone that I want to take. I'm not going to touch the Phillies-Royals game in this one. You know what? We have to. We have to touch this game. We have to talk about it. Hopefully this gets out in time for you guys to see this player prop, because we have to talk about him. Every time he's on the mound, if I can spell his name right, we have to discuss Christopher Sanchez. Everybody already knows how I feel about him. We did take him. We didn't take him in this 3-game stretch. We did take him right here. I told you he was going to go over his strikeouts. He did. I think he does the same here on Monday against the Royals. Now, the Royals don't strike out a ton. This is not a favorable strikeout matchup for him, and the line is adjusted accordingly. That's why it's only 6.5 strikeouts. But I think he goes pretty deep into this game. I like him to go about 7 or 8 innings in this spot here. I think he's going to keep them on their heels the whole entire game. I do like him for 7. If it misses, it'll be by 1. So if you wanted to knock it down to 5.5 for a parlay piece, go on ahead and do so. Maybe mix him in with Shohei Ohtani. But I do like the 6.5. Wouldn't be mad if you wanted to bump it up to 7.5 just for some fun. Sprinkle on the plus money. Go on ahead and do so. He's just absolutely tremendous. I mean, he's been pitching lights out all season long. He's in the race leading the race for the Cy Young in the NL League. And I do think he continues that dominance here on Monday. One big factor that I love in this matchup, his first meeting in over 3 seasons. They haven't seen him at all in 3 seasons, if not ever. And that is tremendous for us because they don't know what kind of stuff he has, and his stuff is tremendous. As you can see, he gets every single edge in the pitching category. It's massive. He's going to strike them out. He's going to not walk them. He's not going to let them hit. I think that Christopher Sanchez is going to have an absolutely tremendous game here on Monday. And we're taking him for over 6.5 strikeouts. Also, like I said, I think he goes deep into this game. His line at 19.5, though, is a bit dicey. It's a bit dicey. That's high. 18 is the key number that I like because that's just 6 innings. And I think most starters nowadays go 6. That is why the lines are starting to go up throughout the season. Everybody's in mid-season form, so they do go a little bit deeper into the games. I could definitely see him finishing 7 like he did against the Pirates, but this one is a little bit more risky. If you wanted to take this one, just sprinkle on it, -102 there. Nice odds for you guys straight up, but we do love Christopher Sanchez here on Monday. Hopefully this video caught you in time because they do play at 2:10 Eastern Standard Time. And here's our official play. It's a 2.6x multiplier over on Prizepicks. We got Balogun for absolutely free. Just 1 pass attempted over on Prizepicks today for Monday. Then we got Shohei Ohtani to get over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Like I said, a nice 2.6x payout on that one. And this one is a 7x payout. We got James Wood, Michael Harris, Shohei Ohtani, and then Balogun's free play. Basically, a 3-man for 7x payout. I love each and every single one of these player props that we discussed for you guys on Monday. You can lock that in, play 5, get 50 over on Prizepicks with code FFAPE, and that also gets you that free 30 days of premium and that free square to add to your plays. So make sure you're signing up for Prizepicks and sending me proof to the number at the bottom of your screen. Take advantage of Sleeper as well because you get a free $20 entry, no deposit required. They'll give you another free square to add to a play, and you can lock in and double up your money just like that without even depositing on Sleeper. Once you do deposit, though, you get a $100 deposit match and a free 30 days of premium for Sleeper as well. So make sure you're taking advantage and getting that free money. Now for the sports books. We're locking this one in on Polymarket where you deposit 20, you get 50, all with code FFAPE. Now, you need an iPhone to skip the line, but there's a million people waiting in line. If you have an iPhone and you live in America, you can skip that entire line with code FFAPE so you can lock in today. If you have an Android, you'll probably have to wait a couple days, or you can go grab Kalshi. You can grab Kalshi if you have an iPhone too. Make sure you're diversifying. Both of these apps have way better payouts on these plays than your traditional books like FanDuel or DraftKings. So take advantage, sign up with code FFAPE and get your free promo funds as well and 30 days of premium for each. Now, what are we going with here on Monday? We got the Dodgers plus 1.5. Colorado win by over 1.5. No, I don't see it happen. Honestly, I think the Dodgers just straight up win this game, but we're not going to get crazy. We're not going to get greedy. We're just going to take the Dodgers plus 1.5 against one of the worst teams in baseball that is hitting. They are hitting very well right now. So I do think this one's going to be a little bit of a back and forth until the Dodgers pull away, but we like them in this spot. And then Spain. The more well-rounded, better team is going to send Ronaldo home. The Simpsons prediction and all of those doomsday predictors on the internet that were telling you that it was going to be Mexico versus Portugal because it was already written and then everything is scripted. Well, they're already wrong, and Portugal's going to put the nail in the coffin on that one here on Monday, sending home Portugal. And or Spain's going to send home Portugal in that one. We're taking Spain. We're taking the Dodgers. $55 to win 103. So a little bit over 1 unit to win $103. That's what we got for you on Monday. Little late entry for you guys. Make sure you're hammering that like button. We'll see you for our next free play video for Tuesday.